Yo, what's up, peoples? Mood 616 coming back at you live with another 10 and 10. If you didn't watch my other one, all I do here is just not really review, just talk about 10 recent films I watched, not necessarily the last 10, but just 10 films that I thought we were talking about. First up, Night of the Creeps on Blu-ray. I don't really need to get into too much plot on this one. It's just probably one of the best alien kind of movies ever, one of my favorite 80s movies. This is the Blu-ray of it, the unrated version. Thought it looked really awesome, definitely worth checking this out or buying this movie. Yeah, I mean, what can I say, really? It's Night of the Creeps, classic cut from the 80s, one of my favorite films of all time. And yeah, so I definitely recommend this. Go peep it out or buy it. It's not really that expensive, so it's Night of the Creeps Blu-ray. Alone in the Dark, I really could not recommend this movie enough. This movie is just fantastic. Great cast, Martin Landau, Jack Palance, Donald Pleasence, of course, of Halloween fame. If you haven't seen this film, it's basically about Donald Pleasence. He kind of runs this mental institution, and basically what happens is the city has this power failure, and the power goes out, and the only thing kind of separating them from the patients, all the doctors and stuff, was the power. And needless to say, they break out, start killing people, and just a fantastic story. Like, it's just really well done, really well acted. Martin Landau, Jack Palance do awesome jobs in this film. It's really unique because there's multiple. It turns into this like weird kind of action slasher film, and it's got multiple killers, so it's very, very offbeat, and just acted very well. Looks really awesome. I could not recommend this film enough. Just really good stuff. That's Alone in the Dark. This is the original one, not the really shitty remake, but yeah, so that's Alone in the Dark. Definitely check that one out. The Twilight Zone movie. I've seen this movie before. I just recently picked it up, so I watched it again, and it's really good. It's got 4 segments. First segment was directed by John Landis, of course, of American Werewolf in London fame. And actually, that segment's my favorite. It's about this racist guy, and he's just going off in this bar and stuff, and then he gets all pissed off and leaves, and basically he steps outside, and what he was doing is he was making fun of blacks and, you know, everybody and Jews, and he steps outside of the bar, and all of a sudden he's in like Nazi Germany. And then he just keeps getting switched over into like all these different. It's really cool. I really love that segment. The second one was done by Spielberg. Not really my favorite one. It was about these people that, you know, this guy comes to this old folks home and makes them kids again. The third one was done by Joe Dante. Of course, he did The Howling and The Burbs and stuff like that. But the third one was really good. I really like the fourth one, done by George Miller, of course, of the Mad Max fame. He did, starring John Lithgow, and he's just this crazy guy going on this plane. He's just freaking out, seeing this monster on the wings and shit. I thought that one was really cool too. So definitely, if you've never seen a Twilight Zone movie, check it out, man. I recommend it. Mountaintop Motel Massacre. I always say this one wrong, but I got it right this time. This is a really cool slasher film set in the 80s, or it was filmed in the 80s. You know, this little crazy lady running this hotel called Mountaintop Motel, and basically you check in and you don't leave. She starts killing people with like random like bugs and snakes and shit. It's actually a really cool movie. I thought it was really well done. Some of the acumen is kind of whatever, but you know, I like that cheesiness to my movies, and I'm a big fan of films with Massacre in the title, so I try to get as many as I can. Maybe one day I'll do a Massacre video or something, but yeah, so Mountaintop Motel Massacre. I do recommend it if you're a fan of the 80s. Getting into some really, really awesome stuff here. Campbell Campo. This movie, it looks terrible. It's basically, you know, Camp Video, they always just seem to transfer their movies straight from VHS to DVD, and you can see the imperfections. It just looks terrible. This one actually sounded not too bad, a lot better than Wood Chipper Massacre. That movie sounds like shit, but whatever. It's so bad it's good. But Campbell Campo, basically what it is, a bunch of friends go camping, they run into these cannibals, and the cannibals eat them, tear them apart. It's really gory. It's got some really bad acting in it, but I enjoy that. It's good for a laugh. And John McBride directed this film. He also did the Wood Chipper Massacre one too. If you're a fan of camp videos, you know, shot on video, or some people say shot on shitio, whatever, it is what it is. You know, it's got the most fucking bizarre ending to it. It's actually kind of disturbing, but you know, whatever, check it out. Campbell Campo. I mean, I don't recommend it if you don't like movies shot on video, so if you do, I recommend it. Getting into probably one of my favorite films of last year, Rare Exports. This is one of the coolest Christmas horror movies I've ever seen. Short and long of it, there's these people digging, you know, and they come across like the real Santa Claus, and you know, this son here, his father is a reindeer hunter or whatever, and they go to, you know, shoot some reindeer, and they find them all dead and stuff. And then I don't really want to say too much about this film because it kind of gives stuff away, but it comes with a couple shorts. They're like prequels to this film. The shorts are excellent, super funny, really well done. Check out the special features on Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale. This movie is shot in Finland. It's a Finnish movie, and I couldn't recommend this enough. What an awesome film this is. Really, definitely one of my favorites of last year, hands down. Gingersnaps 2. If you've seen the first one, this one kind of takes place right after. You know, Ginger right there, and this is her sister. This one's basically her sister. She's been infected. She's in this mental institution. Because they find her at the beginning of the movie all face down. They think she's on drugs, but she's actually on, like, you know, the werewolf serum drug, whatever. She's been injecting that and stuff. And if you've never checked out the Gingersnap movies, they're all really good. Really good series. These Canadian films. Usually I'm not too proud to talk about Canadian horror movies, but this is one trilogy that I definitely would recommend. I think all three are fantastic. Really good effects. You know, they use practical effects in this and stuff, and I like the way the werewolves are shot. I don't show too much of it, and you know, just good acting. So yeah, Gingersnaps 2 Unleashed, and this is the third one, which is actually like a prequel to the Gingersnaps movie, and it's an odd prequel. It takes place like back in the 1800s, I believe, and yeah, the story is that these bunch of men in this village, they go to they take off to basically bring some supplies back and stuff, and they don't return, and basically what happens is all of them are turned into werewolves and stuff, and then you know Ginger gets bit, blah blah blah. You know, it's actually good. It's shot very well. It's definitely my least favorite out of the three, but I don't know, like I said, if you're a fan of the first two and you've never seen this one, I would recommend it. Pretty good stuff. You know, the gore is really good. What can I say? Not too bad. It's a prequel, you know, so getting into Campfire Tales, the original film from 1991. I think it's 1991, 1990, whatever. It's starring Gunnar Hansen of Texas Chainsaw Massacre fame. He is the narrator of this film. There's, I think, 4 or 5 shorts in this. This is the Sub Rosa Retro version of this film. This actually looks pretty shitty, to be honest. It just looks like VHS transfer. I wouldn't recommend. I don't know if there is another copy of this. I'm not too positive. I wasn't sure. I remember when I did an unboxing of this a few videos ago, I wasn't too sure if this was the good version or not. I remember watching this video on video back in the day, but anyways, the stories aren't too bad. They're kind of typical. They're not bad. Like, they're pretty gory. I really like the Christmas episode, or the Christmas short on here. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm a really big fan of Christmas horror movies, so that kind of did it for me. So I mean, I wouldn't fully recommend this movie. It's not bad. I'm a more big fan of anthology films. I try to collect as much as I can. So that's Campfire Tales. And last but not least, The Bagman. This is a shot on like digital movie kind of thing, and it's one of those stories where, you know, this guy was tortured as a, well, I mean, kind of made fun of and stuff, and then by his classmates and shit, and they ended up, you know, beating him down too much, and one guy ends up drowning him and kills him, or they think they do. And it's one of those films. He comes back, it's like a revenge film, and you know, starts you know, killing them off one by one and stuff. And some of the acting in this is really bad, really bad. But like I said, if you're into like cheesy kind of movies, and you know, it's shot digitally, it's not bad. It's not bad. Like Stephanie Beaton's in this movie, and I don't know. I read a review that someone said it was their best acting up to date, and I was like, holy shit, I couldn't imagine how bad some of their other movies were, but I don't know. I wouldn't recommend this to, to an average horror fan, but if you're really into these type of movies, it's a decent slasher film, I guess. It's got some pretty good kills. I guess I would recommend it. So yeah, that's The Bagman. Yeah, so that's the films there. Anyways, that's another volume of 10 and 10. Smooth 616. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Peace to everybody.